You get ready for this week, people. Huge. We have a big wall, but we have to make it bigger to keep those giant White Walkers out. They're crazy, people.
My name is Lord Kevin, the Springborn of House Panetta. I'm the master of one language, the language of love. And I also speak 27 different accents. You can follow me on the Twitters at Panetta Sexy Time. And over here is my comrade, the Commodore.
This is the Commodore. Follow me at the Commodore on Twitter.
Tonight's episode of Pane of Thrones, we talk about fan theories and predictions. So feel free to be interactive on this when we post this on Facebook. Please comment and discuss. These are people that actually had some good theories that we wanted to talk about. We're going to rate how we think each theory is 1 to 10, 10 being the most possible of happening, 1 being we think it's total malarkey. But here we go. I wrote them down. So theory number 1. Ray Meanly Thompson thinks that Sansa dies by the hands of Arya because she thinks that Arya sees through Littlefinger's bullshit and she thinks Arya is gonna chop her sister down. What do you think, Jake?
I don't really think. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could happen, but I think when she sees her sister, she's gonna be overwhelmed with joy, and you know, I think it won't be. It's too soon for her to be like, oh, you're with him, you know, to even contemplate to have any interaction, you know, with murdering him. You know what I mean?
I don't think this happens at all. I don't think Arya is going to kill Sansa. Or excuse me, I don't think Sansa's going to die by Arya's hands.
No, absolutely not.
1 to 10, 10 being the most possible of this happening. What do you think?
I'm going to give it like a 1.5. Like, it's not super crazy out. I mean, we see crazier shit happen.
Yeah, I'd give it a 2.5. 2.5 out of 10. Ray, you suck, Meanly. Adam Weinstein had a similar prediction as I did. He thinks that Arya is going to wear Jaime Lannister's face and kill Cersei. And then Arya is going to die by the hand of Jon Snow because Jon Snow is going to think it's Jaime Lannister. What do you think about this?
It's possible, but I think people are getting a little too carried away with Arya and the face power ever since that Walder Frey scene in the first episode. I mean, you know, that was something you totally wouldn't think about, and then they'll be like, oh, well, maybe she can wear Daenerys' face. Like, no, just chill with the face stuff. She might do it more, you don't know. You know, I even thought about this the other day. Wouldn't it be crazy if, like when she was with the Lannister soldiers, she came back and she had Lord Tywin's face on, shit, and people were like, oh, shit. How did you come back to life, Lord Tywin? That would be crazy.
I don't see that happening. That'd be cool. But my original theory was
it's like
that
a 2 out of 10.
No, I'd give this like a 6 out of 10. I originally thought that I originally thought that Jaime Lannister was going to kill Cersei, but it makes more sense if it was Arya wearing Jaime's face. I thought Jaime would die after he killed Cersei. I wasn't sure how though, but this makes a lot of sense.
Jaime Lannister's not going to let it. Listen, I know Arya's probably the toughest person on the show, but Jaime Lannister is not going to get killed by Arya. He's not going to let that happen.
Well, my big prediction this season, my first prediction was that Arya dies wearing someone else's face and Jon Snow kills her thinking it's someone else. So this would actually fit in with my original prediction. So Adam Weinstein, I got like a 7 out of 10 on your prediction. At Scorpio1080, aka Caterpillar Hudson, if you'd like to follow her on Twitter, she has some good theories and good discussions. At Scorpio1080. Thinks that the Night King is Bran. What do you think about that, Jacob? Jacob.
Well, you know, I did think about this one also. In the scene, it was season 6, the 5th episode. It was called The Door. You know, Bran goes in the past and sees how a leaf, one of the children of the forest, you know, stabbed the dragon glass into the Night King's heart, and that's how he came to be. I just don't see Bran being the Night's King. I don't think they would. I think he might have something to do with him like psychologically, like maybe their minds are intertwined or something like that. That could be possible, but I don't see like Bran solidly being the reason of the Night King. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think Bran is the Night King either. I'd give this a 2 out of 10. I do think Bran caused the Mad King to go mad. I think he did cause that big scene. What do you think about that? I think Bran fucked up a time a little too much. Just like with the Hodor thing, he caused the Targaryen to...
I'm going to say like it's like a 7 out of 10.
Alright, so you agree with me on that one. Alright, Scorpio 1080 also thinks that the what is dead may never die applies to Euron Greyjoy. We're not sure if it's Euron. Euron. We say Euron.
Little Theon.
Yeah.
I think any theory you have about Euron Greyjoy being more than just like a human is like, I give it like at least an 8 out of 10.
More human than human. And I think he has the horn, and I think he does end up controlling one of the dragons. I think that's going to help narrow out I think Daenerys' army is too strong right now, and this would be a big way to even it out a little bit.
I mean, she just lost 2 houses. Dorne had a lot of people.
Still bigger than the Iron Fleet and Cersei's armies right now. But if they had a control of one of the dragons,
the Iron Fleet has 1,000 ships like that big though. They're really big. They're really big.
3 dragons to take out all that fleet if they wanted to. But now if they only have 2 and 1 dragon versus 2, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. It's okay to disagree.
Yarn's the man. He's the best heel in the show by far right now.
When did he get metrosexual, like all of a sudden this season though?
I don't know. He looks great.
You should start dressing like him.
I thought about that. I'm like, this dude looks fly.
They say he's going to Coachella in like ancient times right now.
Yeah. It's cool as shit.
Yeah. Scorpio also thinks that Arya is going to kill Littlefinger wearing Sansa's face. What do you think about that?
Kind of believe that Arya, as soon as she gets into Winterfell, will play a downfall. Her and Sansa's alliance will be the big downfall to Littlefinger.
I think Sansa and Littlefinger both make it through this season. I think Ramsay's big season last season, all that shit she did to Sansa, built her up to be able to actually play the Game of Thrones. If it wasn't for all that stuff she went through with Ramsay, she wouldn't even be a factor right now. I think they built her up too much to have her die this quick.
Like, Sansa has an intelligence for like how to maneuver a little bit
because of all she's been through.
But she hasn't been through as bad as Arya and Jon Snow.
She got anal raped by her Ramsay husband. Ramsay put her through a lot.
All right, yeah, but she didn't get punched in the mouth constantly.
Would you rather me punch you in the mouth or anal rape you?
Neither. Probably punch me in the mouth.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Sansa had it pretty bad too.
Don't put that in the fucking video.
That's in the video, motherfucker.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So Jake does not want to get anal raped.
Don't put no captions. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nope.
All right. Can't get right Johnson. This man's a teacher, believe it or not. I'm not going to tell you which school district because we don't want him to lose his job. He thinks that Varys and Grey Worm will end up scissoring at one point. What do you think about that?
Crickets. Crickets.
So everyone, Can't Get Right Johnson.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Excuse me, there's a better chance of Theon and Can't Get Right Johnson scissoring than Grey Worm and Varys scissoring.
All right, everybody. Just take it easy on Theon a little bit. Just take it a little bit easy on him, please. Thank you.
Theon's like a black dad. He's ghosting. He's nowhere.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's put that on the internet.
Matt Gundrum, so do many people have this theory. They think that Tyrion is not actually a Lannister and that he's actually Jon Snow's uncle and the Mad King had Tyrion.
I'll give that a 5 out of 10 because, he has 2 different, not that has anything to do with it, he has 2 different colored eyes. And then his father, his mother, Joanna Lannister, Aerys the Mad King thought she was hot and apparently messed around with her.
I think people only think this because when Tywin said to Tyrion, "You're no son of mine," I think they took it a little too literally. And also when the dragons didn't kill Tyrion when he confronted him, when he met Daenerys. I think that's the two big reasons why people think this. But I think it could happen too because there needs to be 3 dragon riders. To me, Tyrion makes the most sense as the third one. We're about to hit on who the other third one might be at the next point.
Gendry's coming up, people. You have to watch out for Gendry. He's coming in the next episode, I think. And then the next scene will be like Gendry, like, oh shit, Gendry's here? Oh shit.
Talk about Nymeria and Arya. What did you think about that scene last week, real quick?
I think it was pointless because, like, if it's not Nymeria, then what was the point of having those wolves there?
It was Nymeria. I think people are saying that. I forget what the quote was. They said, "If you're together, you'll live. If you're on your own, you will die." And I think that's showing that Arya is on her own now, and that may lead to her death as opposed to being with the Starks. But she's going to meet Jon Snow now, so if Arya meets up with Sansa, then they're together and Jon Snow's separate. I think that was like a foretelling. Oh, it's also foretelling too how Arya has changed. They're not the same person anymore. It could have been taken 2 different ways.
Yeah, I think the first one, that's kind of looking too much into it because they're not gonna be like, oh, Arya's in Winterfell, let's kill her right now just to piss everybody off.
Just like how people were saying, Sansa has the same haircut as Cersei in season 2 and 3. I think that's thinking a little too into things too. I think that was just coincidental.
Yeah.
Alex Ostapic thinks that the Hound is the prince who was promised. What are your thoughts on that?
I think if that was true, that's awesome. Like, he was reborn by fire, and the fire to his face. That has, like, some sentimental value.
And Brienne killed him, and he actually lived, too.
Yeah.
He came back to life, maybe? Or was he dead?
And remember, Septon Ray says... Remember, he says... Well, who knows which gods are real? It could be the 7. And he goes, or it could be the Lord of Light.
1 to 10, how do you think about Hound being the prince who was promised?
In reality, it's like a 4 out of 10, but...
Yeah, I'd say a 4 out of 10 too, but I would absolutely love it.
If it was real, it'd be like an 11 out of... like 24 out of 10. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm rooting for that. I'd root for him to even be the 3rd dragon rider instead of Tyrion.
Nah, Tyrion deserves that dragon, man.
You just said you didn't think it was going to be Tyrion. You don't think he's really a Targaryen. By the way, Pat, our other host, Tabris, he thinks Arya is the 3rd dragon rider, and I give that a 2 out of 10, and I think he should go put a dick down his mouth. What do you think? Not there's anything wrong with putting a dick down your mouth.
Honestly, I don't really care. It's going to be Jon Snow and Daenerys. It could be Bronn, it would be cool.
Alex Ostapic also thinks that Bran passing through the wall will now allow the White Walkers to enter as well. I think this is how this season's going to end. The White Walkers are going to in and kill everyone at the wall, including Bran. What do you think? So I give that a 9.5 out of 10 right there. I agree with Alex on that
if Bran screws up with anything, can you blame him?
Yeah, he's untrained. It's like any United States worker,
He looks like a heroin addict, just in an overdose.
Look like a heroin.
Oh, we're going to. I feel bad for him. He's all like strung out from the cold winter, and he's just like, how does Bran like wipe his butt? It must be impossible.
What are you talking about?
Like, how does he take his shit?
Just shits.
Where? He's just stuck in that little wagon.
He uses his hands. Yeah, I know he looks like a burrito right now.
Yeah,
but
he looks like a burrito.
He can take himself out. He's not a paraplegic. He's a waist down. He can move his hands. He can control he can control you and make you wipe his ass if he wants to. Remember when he controlled Hodor?
I would gladly do that for Brandon Stark too. By the way, no doubt.
Do you think that's how the season ends? Like I just said, everyone at the wall dies by the White Walkers.
Yeah, kind of. Not maybe Bran. I have a gut feeling that Bronn is actually in Casterly Rock for some reason. For some odd reason, Jaime was like, "You promised me a lordship and a castle," so he's probably guarding Casterly Rock, or at least Lannisport, one of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Braun's going to be in it again. I'm surprised we haven't seen
Braun's
it yet.
hilarious.
Surprised we haven't seen Gendry yet either.
Gendry.
I say Gendry.
Gendry?
It's like GIF or GIF. Yeah, I say GIF. You say GIF?
GIF peanut butter?
No, GIF. Like for a for online GIF.
Yeah. I say GIF too.
Yeah, I say GIF. So Theon's either going to last the whole show because he proved he's a survivor. He survived castration. He survived all the stuff Ramsay put him through, or they're going to give him the hero's exit. He can either save Sansa or Yara. At this point, I'm inclined to say he's a survivor. A piece of shit. Unfortunately, every time we think he redeems himself, he shows he's a coward.
I feel like Theon was very brave when he's rescued Sansa.
Yeah. Didn't you think that was his turning point? And then now he's...
Because he loves Sansa.
I know Yara fucked him over a couple times.
But he doesn't really know them like that. You know what I mean? He doesn't know Yara like that.
He was going to let her run the whole king. He was going to let her be in charge over him.
Because he felt like he was doing the right thing to his people.
So why do you think he just ghosted then? Why do you think he ghosted?
Because...
Was it just like he knew it was a lost cause? Because he was
scared. He knew he was going to die. He didn't want to die.
He did that jump with Sansa off the wall, you know?
Exactly.
He probably thought he was going to die there too, but he chanced it for
There's
Sansa.
a lot of theories that they knew there was like a slide kind of thing. But I mean, people love Lyanna Mormont. She's very smart, commanding 10-year-old girl. She's amazing.
What do you think Jon's going to do when he sees Melisandre when he gets the Dragonstone?
Who knows?
What do you think? What's your prediction?
They're gonna be like, oh, he killed Shireen. That's what I was talking about in the last video. He could be like, oh, well, he killed Shireen, and she'll say, oh, well, I saw a girl burning in the fire.
Yeah.
But I interpreted it wrong.
You know what'd be cool?
What?
Since they killed Shireen in the fire, if they killed Ed Shireen in the fire this week, because he's in that Game of Thrones. I didn't mind his part. I thought it was fine. It didn't take me out of the show. I thought the singing part was good. The song was actually from the book. It was about Tyrion in the book. But now you could actually relate it to Jaime Lannister. It was a good scene. Like, people that are bitch about Ed Sheeran, like, to calm the fuck down. It's a TV show.
You know what Davos is gonna say to Lady Melisandre?
Do it in his accent.
He's gonna say, I stayed here, your grace, in this castle with Stannis Baratheon. I worked with her. He was sent to Dragonstone to kill you and your brother when you were babies. I wasn't the greatest Davos, but you know, I'm a little tipsy.
Possible.
What if Gendry and Jon Snow hook up?
Can't get right. Johnson would love that. He would love to see some Gendry and Jon Snow scissoring. Remember, people, if you want to see more videos, like, subscribe, comment. If you actually do this stuff, our page can grow and it shows up on other people's feeds first. We love doing this. We love talking to you guys. Please give us some feedback. We were so happy that we had a lot of fan interaction this week.